Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this Sunday evening update on October 5th, the place to get all your news and views about life extension from around the world and chat with advocates and researchers, people who are leading the field, the longevity cause. And tonight, keep your fingers crossed, in about 15 minutes we'll have Kevin Perrott, the COO of the Methuselah Foundation and the executive director of the Methuselah Mouse Prize, the MPrize. Many of you are familiar with that. So get your questions ready. If you have any questions about where SENS is headed, where the Methuselah Foundation is headed, what's the latest, what's the news, how soon can we see some more research going towards some of the 7 SENS threads? Well, Kevin, I'm sure will be able to answer plenty of those questions. He did say he was having a little trouble with his DSL connection from time to time today, so I'm not going to 100% guarantee that we'll have him in here later, but we're going to try our best. So, on to the news, and you know what we usually do, the way we start out each broadcast, is a check on the folding team that the Immortality Institute is supporting, and that is the Longevity Meme team that participates in the Stanford Folding at Home project. And we're up 2 spots in the last week. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but you know what? Our points per day now getting up to around 180,000. And in just the last week, we picked up, it looks like, about another 10 members to the team. So we're getting more people, and we did have a promotional blitz, for the 3rd quarter of the Folding at Home prize competition, the FAH prize, I guess you call it, Folding at Home prize. And here is the new prize winnings for the 3rd quarter. First place will get you $200 plus a $75 Life Extension Foundation gift certificate, good for anything that they sell. Oh, for all the Immortality Institute members, I'm sure they could get a lot of good stuff with that gift certificate. Second place, $125 plus a $50 LEF gift certificate. Third place includes this quarter a $25 LEF gift certificate. A $15 Life Extension gift certificate goes out to 4th place, as well as LEF $15 gift certificate for 5th through 12th place. And for the 3rd quarter, for the first time, we will have a 13th prize, and that's $15. That's just going to be awarded randomly to all the people who fold out there on the team. This is a great effort, and we've really got some points cranking out for the team. It gives great visibility for the Longevity Meme, but also the Immortality Institute and the Methuselah Foundation Undergraduate Research Initiative. They're folding for our team. We're getting a lot of groups together to really throw our muscle around in the folding community, and hopefully we can get in the top 100 before the end of this year. That would bring us on the front page of all the folding stats pages. So spread the word. Let everyone know, hey, there's prizes out there available for everyone who's folding for the Longevity Meme team. So that's our first update for the week. Second update is the Convergence Conference. Now, if you haven't heard about this, this is the official Immortality Institute conference for 2008. We've joined together with several other organizations. I got to give a shout out to the Executive Planning Committee, Chris Peterson and Tyler Emerson and James from WTA, James Clement. Boy, they've been putting a lot of work into this, and they've got a super conference lined up. Let's take a look. There is a website that you can go to, the convergenceconference.org. I'm not exactly sure what the website is, but here's a picture of the front page of the website. And what's really great is the amount of quality speakers that you can see at the Convergence Conference, okay? Take a look at this. It is an unconference format, but there are 3 high-profile scheduled debates. First of all, Paul Sappho will be delivering the keynote address. That's reason enough to go to the Convergence Conference. But here, we have a synthetic biology debate. J. Christopher Anderson, Denise Caruso, Gregory Brentford, and Andrew Hessel, all participating in this synthetic biology debate. It was something very important if you're following any of the biotech news lately. And actually, I read a story last week that really made me sad about how over 50% of Americans don't know what synthetic biology is, or they don't know what nanotechnology is. This is pretty sad. But if you want to know, hey, you're going to go to the Convergence Conference. What about the other two debates coming at the conference? Well, we also have an artificial intelligence debate. Ben Goertzel, many of you are familiar with him, Novamente, and the Singularity Institute. Peter Norberg, the Director of Research at Google. Come on now, you got to... where else are you going to see him speak in a debate style here than at the Convergence Conference? Steve Alejandro and Barney Pell, founder of PowerSet, yes, and a strategist at Microsoft, all going to be there for the AI debate. And we also have, of course, this is probably a favorite one for Imminsters, Bruce Ames, Aubrey de Grey, Terry Grossman, and Chris Heward, a longevity intervention debate. Now, most of these people are pro-longevity. I'll have to admit that. I mean, Bruce Ames might be the least likely to promote human longevity. I mean, he's all about health and nutrition. Bruce Ames is a super guy. But Aubrey de Grey, of course, wants physical immortality. So does Terry Grossman, for the most part. Chris Heward, Kronos Foundation, their sole goal is to stop aging, to reverse aging at Kronos. So we do have quite a few advocates here, and I'm sure they will be talking about what will be the best way to, further human longevity. Now, what else? Here's something even better to pass along. If you're a student, early bird registration, it ends October 20th, $70. Now, look at all those big names. It's a weekend conference, November 15th and 16th at the Computer History Museum. Where are you going to get all of the bleeding edge technological talk that is out there today in synthetic biology and AI and human longevity than at the Convergence Conference for $70 if you're a student? And for general admission, only $145. Typically, you get these big names at a conference, you're going to pay $1,000 easy. It's not like this comes along every year. And of course, the Immortality Institute is sponsoring this. Foresight is, the WTA is, Singularity Institute. There's going to be a lot of people there. One thing about conferences, being there, about being at a conference like this, these are places that the future is made. I mean, truly. I'm not just saying that because, hey, I want you to go to the Convergence Conference and it to be a successful conference. But this is the truth. I mean, for many years, people talk about, what's that one that they go to Sun Valley, all the big CEOs, they go to Sun Valley in Idaho and have their big brouhaha conference. And then, you got TED and you've got the Singularity Summit and things like that. These are the type of conferences where you meet the brightest people who are looking toward the future and where connections are made and the future is laid. I mean, this is where you got to be. Convergence Conference. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. You should be signing up and you should be going there November 15th and 16th at the Computer History Museum in Mountain View, I believe it's Mountain View, California, the Bay Area. Okay, well, let us move on to something else that I wanted to remind everyone about. Our dear friend William O. Wrights, of course, many of you are familiar with the fact that he has cancer. And it's stage 4, stage 10 or 20, something like that. He's fighting it with supplements and dietary changes, and he needs your help. We have a cancer fund set up for him, a charity cancer fund. It's orights.cancer.chronics.fund@gmail.com. If you go, that's a PayPal account, and you can send a donation, $5, $10, $20, and for any supplements he might need to help him fight cancer. And we are administering that fund. He will make requests in the Immortality Institute forums for whatever type of things he needs, and we'll make purchases for him. He's trying to, doctors gave him until November 1st, but so far, seems like he's doing pretty good. He's winning his battle against cancer. Now, originally this was going to be a fund for either a chronic suspension or supplements, whether depending on what the donator wanted the money to go to. But now this PayPal fund is only for supplements. If you want to donate to his chronics fund, you would donate money to the Venturists or to another chronics organization that might be having some charity for William O. Wrights. But the Venturists, I know, do have a chronics fund set up, charity fund for William O. Wrights. But this is the one for his cancer fighting supplements. So stop by